over 10 epic shows. 32 brave teams have entered the arena in search of the ultimate prize. We've seen wall-to-wall airborne skill, daredevil drone flying of the highest order.
How awesome is that?
And enough sensationally spectacular crashes to keep the local scrap metal merchant in business for an entire year. Now, only 2 teams remain. Only one will leave victorious. Take up the brace position, follow the LED lighting to the Airmageddon Grand Final! Yes!
This is it, the grand final of Airmageddon.
Our 2 surviving teams have shown us what they're made of, but only one of them will go the distance and be crowned our champion.
Yes, 2 teams, 2 dreams. One of them will come true. One will turn into a nightmare of twisted drone and broken ambition here on the arena floor.
It's all come down to this. It's time to meet our finalists.
Let's meet our aviators.
Leading the teams out for this grand final, it's the Suffolk Air Squad. And right behind them, Q-Rex.
Guy, Suffolk Air Squad, did you ever think that you would actually get to the final?
Well, it hasn't been easy, but we never thought we would, so we just try to get as far as we can.
And you've gone all the way.
Yeah.
And you've got quite the crowd here today. Is that going to help you, Richard?
Well, any support's good support.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be nice and noisy.
And Will, our final team over here are Q-Rex, so George and Clive. George, what would it mean to win?
It would mean a lot, and we'd really like to win.
And Clive, have you dreamt of winning?
Yeah, we both dreamt of it. Now we just got to produce it.
They've beaten the competition and they've flown their way into the final.
And now, for the last time, they have to face the Air Salt course, the toughest test on TV.
Yep, and to show them how it's done, here's our PIG.
So this really is the Air Salt course to end all Air Salt courses. Literally. Because this is the last one. The stakes are raised for the first round by putting extra hurdles of horrors with letterboxes of luck. We've doubled up 2 pillars of precision to, yes, 4. As for the vortex, don't even go there. Except if you want to stay in the game, that is. Throw in some columns and a ruthless resident drone. All that put together is a serious critical combo of charred nerves and frayed fingernails.
Thanks, Pig. So, the rules have changed. Both teams will survive this run of the Air Salt course. They're flying not to crown their opponent, but to gain an added time advantage in the dogfight. But what hasn't changed is the malevolence of our resident drones. Who's going to be patrolling the Air Salt course this time?
The cold blood of a reptile. Lungs hotter than a furnace. He's available for birthday parties and bar mitzvahs. He's mighty good at lighting candles.
They've flown this Air Salt course twice now, but none of that matters. All that matters is this next run. It's the final, so let's get the first team up here. It's the Suffolk Air Squad!
The Suffolk Air Squad are a father and son duo from, unsurprisingly, Suffolk. Hence the name. 11-year-old aviator Guy, he's the son. At the controls, the wingman Richard is dad. Guy's drone design was inspired by the SAS badge and motto, Who Dares Wins, a motto the Suffolk Air Squad have stuck to on their way to the final today. Let's remind ourselves how they got here. The Suffolk Air Squad won their heat with a steady performance over the Air Salt course.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Paintball precision got a bit paintball collision when poor Guy wrapped his drone around a metal plinth and was forced to land. Despite this, Suffolk Air Squad made it to the dogfight by virtue of the fact that the blue team did the noble deed of crashing out before them. Then it was the dogfight.
I won.
Yes, you did. He made it through to the semi-finals.
Right, here we go.
And it was there when things really started to heat up. Guy's first encounter was with the Dragon during the Air Salt course. It nearly ended in a disaster as he came face to face with our resident reptile. Then it was the Warbusters duel with the Girls Squadron that really set things on fire. And that grudge match continued into the dogfight where the SAS booked their place in the final with one of the most sensational comebacks we've ever seen on the mean streets of Airmageddon.
Hey, in you come. Excellent, nice energy, and nice cheers from the crowd. Who's that?
We got my mum and my sister.
Excellent, the fans are out in force. So guys, when you flew this in the semi-finals, you posted a time of 2 minutes 30, okay? Q-Rex, who you're up against, they did it in 1:26. How are you going to get fast enough to beat them?
Just try my best. You can't really go faster than your original time if you don't try your best.
Wise words, wise words. Okay, guys, sounds to me like you're pumped and ready, so...
We're ready.
Aviators, stand by. Fire up your motors, rev up your rotors. This is the final. You're clear for takeoff.
Thanks very much, Will. Well, the waiting is finally over for Guy and Richard, aka the Suffolk Air Squad, that have been visualising this very moment ever since their semi-final win. I've no doubt the nerves will be aplenty for both. My goodness, the dragons in the arena. And our old friend, the Air Marshal. How are you, sir?
I am excited as my internal joy processor allows me to be.
Well, I haven't been this excited since I scored for Chelsea.
You played for Chelsea?
Under 8s in the 1970s, but who's counting, sir?
Never mind. Finally stand by. Suffolk Air Squad launch in 3, 2, 1.
The buzzer is off. The Airmageddon final is underway. Guy's very sporty, you know. Certainly helps with the reflexes for this kind of thing. Keeps his nerves calm, no doubt. Crucial in negotiating the course. Nicely done. He moves towards the letterboxes. Those gaps are 1 metre high. The drone's about half of that, believe it or not. It's big. Great stuff. Ooh.
Coming out of control.
Oh, God, what's going on here? Has he lost control?
The drone is like spinning on its own.
Oh, come on. Bring it back. Oh, looks like he's got through. That was narrow.
What's going on?
Costing him valuable seconds, though. Still seems to be some kind of drone control issue here. Frustrating, to say the least. Seconds are ticking away. Gate 2's cleared. Come on, Guy, keep it together. Compose yourself. Through the pillars of precision, all 4 of them.
This is hairy.
This is hairy indeed. No idea what you mean, Will. I would say scary. Oh, through the gate. Nearly gave the Air Marshal a little clip there. Now, look at all the friends and family. As he enters the vortex, the speed is cranked up. The wind, the smoke. It's like a nightmare that's turning into a dream. I tell you what, this guy has some real control. Well done, Guy. Good, says Dad. I say great. Through that gate. And then the columns go below the orange. Just. And whoosh. Bye-bye, dragon.
I'm almost crashing.
Don't worry, you're over the finish line. Well, I guess he doesn't want to damage it. Let's look at the replay again. Because it all just went a bit bananas in the beginning. And then, well, up close and personal with the Air Marshal. Well, he who dares and all that, he dared believe. 1 minute 44.
Big day, it's the final countdown. How you feeling, Guy?
Good.
Good. That air assault course was pretty fast. 1:44, much quicker than the semi-final.
Yeah.
How was it for you out there?
It was scary because I started spinning even though I wasn't doing anything to control it. It was an updraft, so...
Good recovery, though. Good recovery.
Good recovery. And do you think it's kind of nerves out the way now for the second round?
I believe so.
Yeah, right, let's go and see Q-Rex up next, how they're going to get on. Let's go and watch.
1 down, 1 to go. The final team to compete in the final of Airmageddon Series 1. It's Q-Rex.
It's time to familiarise ourselves once again with our second finalist, Q-Rex. 14-year-old George will be at the controls, and proving that the ultimate aviator accessory is still Dad, George has brought him too. He's got Clive, and he'll be the all-important wingman. Let's remind ourselves how they got to the final. It was a nail-biting start to their Airmageddon journey as their air assault heat saw them scrape into round 2 as the slowest of 3 teams. It was a shot they needed, and it certainly worked as Q-Rex came to the party with some sensational flying in the balloon popping in round 2.
Do your best.
They hurriedly smoked, cheating gravity without losing a single life. It's no surprise that Q-Rex came into their semi-final as one of the favourites. But once again, they came up against another exceptionally quick duo in Team Infinity. Q-Rex posted the quickest time in the series, but it was not enough to beat the Inracy, and that's exactly what they did in Wallbusters. A tightly fought contest came down to the wire, with Q-Rex gaining the revenge. And the dominance continued into the dogfight, where Q-Rex were the resounding winners. As they soundly thrashed Infinity.
Come on, George. Let's do this. Do this for the team. Come on, George. We can do this.
That is great energy, Clive. Does that help you out? Does that give you a buzz?
Yes, good.
Nice one. So, the last team, they posted a really good time. Are you nervous about being able to do even better than you did in the semis and take this all the way?
Maybe slightly, but we just got to try our best and see what happens.
Good man. Now remember, you're not competing to stay in a competition after this air assault course. You're competing for a 5-second time advantage going into the dogfight. So, you ready for that?
Yeah.
All right then. Guys, stand by.
Right.
Fire up your motors. Rev up your rotors.
One down, one to go. So much at stake here as Q-Rex stand by for liftoff. It might not sound like much of an advantage. That 5-second head start is up for grabs for the winner of each round. Could be crucial.
Finalists stand by. Q-Rex launch in 3, 2, 1.
It's up and away off the launch pad for the second of today's finalists. Through the gates.
Pillars, pillars.
You're not wrong, Clive.
You can tell Clive really wants to win this.
And it's a good thing too, Will. Yes. Both teams are hungry for victory.
Under the red, under the red.
I'm rather hungry myself, but that's beside the point. A wee bicky'll do as we go through the letterbox. Ha! Aerial artistry by George. He did fly model helicopters before he took up drone flying.
Just standing up through the pillars, George. Through the pillar, through the pillar. Okay.
Winged out Clive talking George through every obstacle, guiding him calmly.
Up we go, up we go, up we go. Steady, steady.
He's the human GPS.
And into the vortex, George. Into the vortex. Down we go. Down we go.
Cool and calm and mighty windy. That's the vortex.
Through the hoop. Through the hoop.
That's not a hoop, that's a gate.
Through the hoop.
Well manoeuvred. Now, look who's watching.
Round the pillars, roll, George. Round the pillars. Steady. Get round the pillar.
Through the columns
Power
even.
on, power on.
And the Dragons left for smoke and dust. Brilliant work there. Let's have another look at the replay. That was a performance befitting of such an occasion. Young aviator George flying beautifully, very calm. Dad flapping a bit, maybe.
Timings confirmed.
And what a time. 1 minute 19 for Q-Rex. The Suffolk Air Squad, 1 minute 44 to a 5-second advantage to the Q-Rex in the dogfight.
Q-Rex, come in. You are still dominating the competition. How would it feel out there?
It's really good. That felt like it was the quickest one, and it was.
It was 119. The other team, SAS, they got 144. George, did you have a game plan going into this one?
Just try no sharp movements, just smoothly go through it.
Really, really good luck in the next round, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Q-Rex have the upper hand, but this next challenge will give the SAS the chance to level the score.
Round 2 of Airmageddon is like opening a Christmas present at Christmas. It's fun! Over the last 10 shows, it's been like Christmas every day when you see things like this.
Yes! Drop it, drop it, drop it. No! Whoa! Whoa! What's it doing?
Now, as this is the final, we have something special, bacon, for our finalists. A pig. Yes, it's Bubble Burst! Balloons and paintballs, the ultimate round 2 mashup. Aviators maneuver their drones while the wingdads operate the paintball cannons. Burst the balloon with a paintball and score a point. Good teamwork's essential, but don't use up all your paintballs too quickly. He's grey, he's round, he's big as a mound. He's making no sound, it's the guard, and he'll be patrolling the no-fly zone. Beware.
Paintballs are loaded, balloons are inflated. This lot are having a bubble. It's Bubble Burst! Q-Rex, George, you have a 5-second advantage going into the dogfight so far. Do you reckon with this challenge, you're going to be able to make that a 10-second advantage?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think we're going to beat them.
So for SAS, you boys, you're a little bit behind so far. This is your chance to catch up. You feeling confident, guy?
Yeah. We've got some really good tactics down.
Well, that just shows how seriously these guys are taking it. It really is all to play for. This is round 2 of the final. Are you ready to go?
Yes!
All right then, aviators, stand by. Fire up your motors, rev up your rotors. You clear for takeoff.
Seconds out, round 2. Aviate, navigate, communicate. That's what this second round is all about. And the wingdads with a key role operating the paintball cannons. Well, we've not been disappointed so far. We saw a high-class air assault course. Let's hope the bubble doesn't burst in this round. Hey, Air Marshal.
But this game is all about bursting bubbles.
No, let's hope the bubble burst doesn't burst. It's a metaphor.
I do not understand metaphor. Warrior's human sense of humor is strange.
Charming.
Shall we begin?
Yes, sir. Let's begin.
Finalists stand by. Aviators launched in 3, 2, 1.
And it's up and away for the SAS and Q-Rex. Both teams have 11 paintballs each. Early success there for the SAS. They're on the scoreboard. Over to Q-Rex. Oh, George has overcooked it. Just a touch. We'll have to burst them in order. That's okay. Now, on board with Q-Rex, and they nailed one. A lovely bit of shooting. My goodness, Clive's on fire. Dishing out a doubler. Back on with the SAS. These paintballs come out very fast indeed. And there's number 2. He's burst the furthest balloon. It's either very precise or some long-range shooting. Go, Clive. That's number 3.
Steady, steady, don't panic.
It all seems to be working, though. Ooh, there's a good view.
Dad, stop!
Up close and personal with the SAS here. You can hear the paintballs going off.
SAS paintball levels critical. Conserve.
A clear instruction from the Air Marshal there. It's not what you want to hear. At 3-3,
Keep going.
they're low on paintballs. Big opportunity for Q-Rex, and wow, that takes it to 4-3.
Q-Rex paintball levels critical.
Oh my goodness, make that 5-3.
No paintballs remain.
That's the sound of an empty paintball cannon
No
firing.
paintballs remain.
Both teams out of paintballs. Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? As the replay shows, the dads were just a little trigger happy there. Q-Rex being that bit more accurate.
Score is confirmed.
So after winning that round by a score of 5-3, the Q-Rex pocket another potentially crucial 5 seconds going into the dogfight.
Guy, SAS, tough game for you out there, man. Really tough. But there's only a 10-second disadvantage going into the dogfight, and you've won a dogfight before. Do you reckon you can pull this one back?
Hopefully I can.
Yeah? Excellent. Well done to both teams. So, our 2 finalists now have to get each other into their sights with some precision targeting. One final battle, one final chance to secure the title. Yes, you heard correctly. One of these teams will be crowned the champions of Airmageddon. There really is everything to fly for. This is the dogfight.
And so it all comes down to this. Toe-to-toe, head-to-head. There's the notorious PIG and Wasp to show us how it's done, like you don't know already. Armed with state-of-the-art precision lasers, our aviators must use all their nous to zap their opponent's sensors in the flaming combat zone without getting zapped themselves. Just 4 hits is all it takes for one superstar aviator and wingman to take home the ultimate prize, the Airmageddon Trophy. And who will be joining our aviators today?
The Wasp.
He's a lean, mean, stinging machine, and he's looking forward to stinging someone. Obviously, that's his job.
So a trigger-happy dad might be quite useful in a dogfight. Have you got any tactics going into this?
If they were high when we were going through the hoop, go low, and if they're low, go high, so...
We were trying to mitigate their time advantage, and if we can do that, then we're back on an even playing field.
Are you worried slightly about the 10-second advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? What do you think they might be able to do in that time?
Get in a better position.
But you've been in a dogfight twice before, and it's gone well both times. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Guy, you've got this. Q-Rex, you just dominated that last round, so you must be confident going into the dogfight.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
You've got a 10-second advantage over the SAS. What does that mean going into that round?
We can just get set up and ready for when they start firing.
When they come through the hoop, we'll be waiting for them.
Ooh, when they come through the hoop, they'll be waiting. That's the first bit of fighting talk I've heard from Q-Rex so far today. Good luck, guys.
Thank you very much.
This is it. And this is it. This is what you're playing for. The Airmageddon Trophy. This is the final dogfight of the series. I hope you're all prepared. And remember, as always, if you do stray into the no-fly zone, our resident drones may engage.
And we've all been here before and know that would not be a good idea. Right, it's the final dogfight. Are we all feeling ready? Yes!
Okay, all right then, guys. For the final time, here we go. Aviators, stand by. Adjust your straps, calibrate your sights. This is the dogfight. You're clear for takeoff.
Air Marshal and Wasp airborne.
Thank you, Air Marshal. I'd just like to take this opportunity, sir, to say it's been a true honour and a pleasure to work alongside you throughout this series, sir.
Thank you. You are most definitely in the top 10 best commentators I've worked with.
Top 10?
Okay, top 20.
Thank you, sir. So kind. Here we are, the final round of the final, the dogfight. There can be only one winner. Who will it be? For one of these 2 aviators, a place in history beckons.
Finalists, stand by. Good luck and may the best team win. Q-Rex, launch in 3, 2, 1.
Q-Rex are off. That 10-second wait will be excruciating for the Suffolk Air Squad.
Q-Rex, targeting systems engaged. Suffolk Air Squad, launch.
Off go the SAS.
Sonic Air Squad, targeting systems engaged.
Q-Rex are already in position and can start targeting the SAS. Wingdad Clive looking a touch tense there.
Both wingmen firing furiously already.
Well, unable to make their advantage count. Q-Rex and SAS now on a level playing field, so to speak. So on the last round, both wingdads were pretty rapid with the trigger fingers. Looks like they're straight back into the groove again. There are laser shots going everywhere. Both teams have adopted the rapid changing in altitude tactics. You go high, I go low. And back and forth. Oof, get in there, Richard. Look at that concentration. Both having to catch their opponents with a laser shot on board with Q-Rex. No, a miss again.
Oh, we've had a first hit.
We have indeed. That's a strike for Q-Rex, and the SAS have lost their first life. Oh. Rapid fire here.
Oh, SS has lost two.
Oh, so often happens. One strike followed by another. The aviators starting to find their range. I'm afraid Guy and Richard are in the firing line right now. Richard's not going to go down without a fight, though, is he? My goodness.
All go, it's all go here.
No, Wasp doing his wriggle of approval. He loves this. My word, that was close.
Air Marshal was close.
The Air Marshal's been caught in an updraft. And he caught the SAS. Goodness. That could have been an unwanted twist to this already tense final dogfight. That's right. Remember, folks, this is the final. Go, Richard. Now can the SAS protect those last two lives? No.
3 down.
Yes, indeed. Guy needs to dig deep now, whatever that means, and get back in this contest. Come on, Richard. He's got nothing to look at and shoot. Q-Rex trying to make the SAS extinct, and they've done it! My goodness, they've set to the final time. It's over! Q-Rex are the first ever champions! Subject to the Air Marshal's confirmation, of course. Bristol have their champions, Q-Rex, Clive and George. What a duo. Formidable stuff, fellas.
That was an epic dogfight. You nearly went the full distance time-wise. That was incredible. Right, I think we know what happened, but let's go to the Air Marshal for our final score.
Dogfight scores confirmed.
A truly brave effort from the SAS. The Suffolk Air Squad made it all the way to the final dogfight, but they were betted on the day by Q-Rex, our champions.
So the Air Marshal has confirmed that Q-Rex did win 4-0. Congratulations, guys. Which means today's brilliant runners-up with the SAS, the Suffolk Air Squad, and Guy, you get this amazing Airmageddon runner-up trophy.
Congratulations to the
Guy.
runners-up. That was great stuff, great stuff. But that means that you are the champions of Airmageddon. Congratulations, and there's something very special waiting for you at the top of the crow's nest, all right? Brilliant stuff. Well, we'll be back soon with even more Airmageddon, but until then, it's time for you guys to power down.
And for these guys to step up.